Hello, good morning. This is Nas from NB Network Lessons. Hope everyone's doing okay and in high spirits. We are going to discuss pre-algebra and algebra lesson 2. In my last lecture, if you've been following me, what we did was that we discussed irrational numbers. All right, we discussed what real numbers are, and then I gave you some examples also. Today, the topic of discussion is the continuation of the last lesson. In this particular lesson, we're going to discuss what rational numbers are. As you already know, I discussed what irrational numbers are. Irrational numbers, just like the word irrational, means not normal, something which does not look right. Those are irrational numbers. And I gave you an example, pi, which is basically 3.14159 and keeps going. So any non-repeating, okay, non-repeating numbers, which basically have like extended numbers, those are irrational numbers. If you take under root of 2, square root of 2, there would be 1.412 and then it keeps going. So these are irrational numbers. What are rational numbers? Rational numbers, let's go ahead and dive in and see what rational numbers are. So rational numbers, I'm going to put it on the board. Rational numbers. First of all, what does the word rational means? Rational means, in daily language we say, oh, I had a rational discussion. That means you had a reasonable discussion, sensible discussion. Okay. So similarly, what rational numbers are numbers that can be written as fraction or any numbers. Okay. 1 is a rational number, 5 is a rational number, 10 is a rational number, 1000 is a rational number. Okay. Because these numbers make sense. Even fractions, for example, 0.5, which can be written as 1/2, that's a rational number. Okay. 0.25, which is basically 1/4. Okay. That's a rational number. All right. How about -5? -5. It can be written in form of a fraction. I can write this as -5/1. So that is a rational number, of course. How about 1/3? That is a rational number also. Anything which can be written in form of fraction is a rational number. So then I can write this as 0.666 and so forth. How about -7/8? Okay. Is that a rational number? Yes. Doesn't matter if it's negative or positive. As long as you can write a number in form of a fraction, okay, it is a rational number. 1/1, 5/1, 10/1, 1000/1. So these can be written as a fraction. So these are rational numbers. Next, we move on to what is an integer. Okay, integers are numbers, positive numbers, okay, or negative numbers, or even zero is a classified as an integer. For example, I can write -3, I can write -2, I can write 0, 1, 10, 20. All of these are integers. Okay. Uh, what is a whole number? Whole number, this is all which you learn in your algebra, pre-algebra. Okay. So any pre-algebra students out there, this might be beneficial to you. Whole numbers, what are whole numbers? Whole numbers are basically positive integers. Now, whole number cannot be a negative. It has to be positive integers including 0. Okay. So it makes sense. When you say a whole number, that is something I can grab in my hand. I can grab a ball with the diameter of 5 centimeters. Okay. I can grab this marker which has a length of about 6 inches. Okay. However, you can't really say I can grab something which has negative number. Like this can't be, the length of this can't be negative. Diameter of a ball can't be negative. So you can't really grab it in your hand. So you can remember it that way. A whole number is something, a number which you can grab in your hand. 0 is basically, it's like basically classified as whole number by mathematicians because it does have value. 0 means I have nothing in my hand. All right, exactly. Whereas negative, I don't know how you classify, how can you hold a negative number in your hand. Anyways, moving on, we move to what are natural numbers. Okay, any guesses on what natural numbers are? Okay, any guesses? Natural numbers are all the numbers, positive numbers, but not 0. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, da, 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 da. All of these are positive numbers, but no 0, not 0. So that is classified, my friends, is as natural numbers. Next, which is very important because you're gonna be asked about it, is what are prime numbers? Okay. Prime numbers. What are prime numbers? So prime numbers are numbers other than 0 and 1 which are only divisible by themselves and 1. For example, is 2 a prime number? Yes. 2 is divisible by itself and I can divide it by 1 also. So yes, that is a prime number. Of course not prime number. How about 3? Yes, I can divide 3 only by itself and 1, so it classifies as prime number. How about 7? Yes, because I cannot divide 7 by any other number except 1 and by 7. Another example, how about 23? Can you think of a number with which you can divide 23? I can't. So 23 is classified as prime number also because you can only divide 23 by itself and 1. All right. So let's look at, so these are the example of prime numbers. Let's look at examples of not prime numbers. Okay, not prime. All right. How about 4? 4 is not a prime number. Why? Because I can divide 4 by 2. Yes, classification of prime number is that a number which is divisible by itself and 1 only. That's it. But in this case, 4, I can divide it by 2. So it's not a prime number, my friends. How about 8? 8, I can divide it by 2. I can divide it by 4. So no, it's not a prime number. We need a number which is only divisible by itself and 1. How about, let's look at another example, 12. Is 12 a prime number? No, it's not, because I can divide 12 by 2. I can divide 12 by 3. I can divide 12 by 4. I can divide 12 by 6. So that is not a prime number. So that's all I wanted to say today in this particular discussion. Follow me along on pre-algebra and algebra lesson 3. And hopefully you will catch enough to go and ace in your exam and impress your teacher. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.